Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to have Joel from Soan here with me today. Hi, Joel. How are you?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm great.
How is
Nice to meet
the
you.
How is the summer? All the festivals and all that stuff.
Oh, it's nice. We have had a quite nice summer. Now it's raining and
Yeah,
really bad weather in Sweden. So, but
in
it's
Poland
it's
too.
good.
A few
Yeah.
days, raining, clouds nonstop. Okay, so maybe for the beginning, please tell me, because I'm curious about it, why actually almost every song has a one-word title.
Yeah. It's we've been doing this for a while now. One word titles, and we can't stop now. It's been a while, and and it looks good on the albums. So
Yeah.
it's nothing. It's nothing elaborate or I don't have a big explanation for it. It's just that we like it.
Okay. So you're
Yeah.
gonna continue it till the end, I assume.
Yes, until until we don't.
Okay. Uh,
You never know. Yeah.
Speaking about songs and titles, what comes first in your case while you're creating new music, new songs? Is it music, lyrics, or maybe the title? And if music, then what is first? The guitars, the drums? How does it look?
How do we structure it? Yeah, I would say music comes first. Music gives us the you know the canvas and the emotions, that gives the context, and gives the ideas for the lyrics. So music first. And I mean, I would say generally it starts with a song structure, usually by Martin. He's been like done some stuff with the drums and some riffs, and some basic ideas. Then usually we meet up, Martin and I, and we start working on the vocals and make sure that we get that the song gets more structured, and then from there on, and
Okay.
then it's just like then it's just a lot of work when we do music, because yeah.
Yeah, but the next thing is the lyrics or maybe the title. There's like the title, and you're building the whole meaning, around it, or maybe uh, you find the title after writing
I
the lyrics.
No, yeah, I say title is the last thing, because it's sort of titles of the songs and the album title. It sort of has to wrap it up. It's sort of like a big package that you make. We are this kind of artist that make albums,
Yeah.
always, and so when all the songs are there, then we look at it one more time, and we think about the title of the album and the song titles together, as an entirety. Because it's kind of still important for us to have it like a big cohesive thing.
Yeah. So how is it for you to live in this, world focusing more on the singles than the albums? As you said, you're more the, album
Yeah.
artist.
I guess, it's I'm not like nostalgic in that sense, or like that or like that I'm bitter of the new age. I think it's the new way of distributing music and making, is probably great, too. It's nothing wrong with it, but still, we're a bit old school. We albums has always had a big importance for me. That was like how I grew up with
Yeah.
albums, and it's I don't see a reason to leave that just because because what others do now is basically, you release singles and yeah, it's just the way we like it, and there's no reason for us to change that.
Okay.
At least not now. We still like this album thing and having that whole thing with the album cover and the
Sure, man.
vinyls. You just want to hold a vinyl in your hands and look at it, and
Yeah.
it's just something special.
Yes, of course. I totally agree with you. So maybe when you listen to music, you listen to the albums too. I assume. But you like the vinyls. You listen to the vinyls. How do you listen to music these days when we're living at the times of streaming?
No, but I would say personally, for my own personal taste, it's vinyls if I really want to sit down and listen to something, and then it's nothing. Then streaming, of course, Spotify. I use Spotify a lot because when I'm on traveling, when I'm on the road with my headphones, it's perfect. It's a great tool. So it's also very good for consuming music. But of course, if you really want to go into something for real, then the vinyl is perfect. It's also nice because you cannot stop and switch songs so easy. You have to follow through with the songs in another way, which I think is good for your listening. That you have to pay more attention to it.
Yeah, I agree. So, is it some kind of like a ritual for you when you're at home, right?
Exactly. I mean, that's, then if I'm at home, I put on the vinyl player and maybe, pour myself a glass of wine, a little bit like that. It's more of a meditative thing, nowadays.
Okay.
When I listen to vinyl, yeah.
Great. Could you please tell me what is the meaning behind your new album cover for the album Memorial? Because to be honest, I really like it.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Well, it's, the meaning is, it's a bit post-apocalyptical in a way, and that's the illustration of it, and maybe it's a bit just a reminder of that we have to take care of each other, even though we might go to darker times, a little bit, because what we are in now is darker times, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had the whole pandemic a few years, and then we of course have we have total war now.
Yes.
With Russia and Ukraine, and we have a lot of populistic leaders in Europe, and the outlook is not so bright right now. You have the climate change. There's a lot of dark clouds on the horizon, and the theme in the album is also quite dark, but at the same time, what we can do is that we can go to each other, and we can gather together, and we can try to take care of each other in the darkness, and try to find some light and some solutions still. That's what it's about.
Okay. This heart, warm heart on the cover that, love can save us. It's great. I love the idea behind that, to be honest. And Memorial will be out on September 1st. And what I have to say, for me, I think it's the most hit, the most powerful record in your career. And how do you look? How do you feel about that?
Thank you. I agree. I like it. I'm glad you say that. I'm glad you say that, and I think so too. I think this is the best album we have made so far, and I think that we are as a band on on a very very good, what do you say, creative path right now. We feel stronger and better than ever in a way. We feel that we just want to tour with this album, and right now I don't see any reason for us to stop.
Yeah.
Right now we just want to continue and make albums and make music, because I think Soen is in a very good shape at the moment.
Yeah. The song Unbreakable, I really like this one. I'm not gonna be original, probably, but I love this song. Really powerful one, great choice for the single, kinda, hit vibes. And did you want to do something like that? The song like this, that is gonna be maybe the big hit, because it's for sure got potential for it.
Not necessarily. I don't, but I think what we have always strived for in Soen is to make big songs that still has a lot of details and a lot of. So if you listen to them many times, you will find a lot of intricate details in the music, in the song, right, in the song structures, but still have these strong choruses and strong melodies, because a great song is a great song. So I think that being for us, progressive metal is about having good, interesting details, and also to be able to display dynamics in the music as we do, and also have good songs. Because I grew up with Genesis, with Peter Gabriel, the old stuff, and Pink Floyd. All these bands have great songs, and we also want to have great songs. It's not about just always making showing technicality. It's great being technical. We love being technical, but not just being technical. We need to have good songs. That's because that's what is in the end what it's all about, I think.
Yeah, that's great that you said it, because for sure there's a lot of details, but you also have these really powerful, great choruses. And I think it's a really important thing, because I'm the type of a person that, really likes the melody, really likes the powerful choruses, the melodic ones. So yeah, I think you do it great, especially on this record.
I think it's a really good album. Is an album that you can turn on, and you can listen to it and feel good about the music, just as a whole.
Mm.
But then if you look into the details, you see that there's something that is fine craftsmanship in it.
Yeah.
But it still should be an album that you can, listen to, and it doesn't have to be a training exercise every time you listen to music. It has to be catchy too, and nice.
Yeah,
I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, of course. That's great, because the whole album as a package is really atmospheric, also dark, but great. I like the dark music, the sad music. But you also did a great job, in my opinion, with picking the singles, because you picked, I think, the right songs. Okay, so maybe the lineup of Soen is based on the musicians that actually before played in some bands, a lot of big bands. And, you didn't start your career right there a minute ago with Soen, since childhood or something.
Mm.
Is that experience that you achieved while your career in some other bands, is it a good thing for the band, for Soen?
Uh, yes, I hope so. I think that the experience we have been gone through uh, shows in the music. Yeah, it does. Uh, we play that kind of music where it pays off that you have a lot of experience when you make music. I think so. Certainly, that is that affects, of course. And
Yeah,
and then I'm just very grateful to be able to do this music still, and after all years being be here and to make great albums. That's the greatest blessing you can have as a person. So
yeah.
uh, I'm grateful for that.
Okay, but there's when the band starts a career as young boys, they make a lot of mistakes. They maybe not so good at the this technician side.
Mm.
They maybe and don't know how to do a good production. You guys know all of this stuff, and you started so on at the probably some kind of a different level. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's I don't know. I spent my first 15 years in like singing in a rehearsal room. I couldn't hear myself.
Oh,
I was like screaming my lines out, and
okay.
then so I had to learn how to sing in an environment when you can't hear yourself. I'm very grateful for that today, because when I go out today, I obviously have much better equipment, so I can hear myself loud and clear and all that. But it gives me a certain confidence if I'm on stage.
Mhm.
I can always sing. I can handle a stage performance in basically any environment, because I've been through all this, been
Yes,
situations before. So sometimes this kind of experience is is good to have. I would say to like young bands sometimes the bands that start today, that only singers that only sing with headphones, in a studio, and they should spend more time in a rehearsal room trying to sing there, maybe without in-ears, just to learn that, because that's when you come out in a live environment, you cannot always expect like perfect headphone studio
yeah,
hearing, right?
yeah,
And that can be a tough thing for many singers, and it's good to have a little bit of punk rock experience, you know.
of course. Um, okay, Sweden and actually all of the Scandinavia and also Finland, for example, has a really strong rock and metal scene. Uh, in my opinion, and that's a fact, so much bigger and so much stronger than the rest of the Europe. What is the reason for that, in your opinion?
uh, I think there is I mean, metal in Finland and Sweden has always been close to our hearts. I think the music tradition in Sweden is strong. You of course, just in general. Um, so it's of course like everyone is doing music in Sweden. When you are in school, they give you an instrument. Every kid has to learn some kind of instrument. So
Okay.
it's uh, of course that has an effect, I guess. Uh, I think music in Sweden, just in general, people take music very seriously. You know, we so that has, of course, like an effect a bit. You know, it's not just a hobby that you do. It's something that is respectable. You know, to be a musician is very respectable, and sort of a career choice you can make. You know, without having to make excuses for yourself. You know? It's hard to speculate about these things. I don't know actually, but if you ask me, you know, I'm guessing a bit. You know.
Yeah, but you know, especially rock and metal music is really this. You know, scene is really big in Finland,
Mm.
in Sweden, and in Norway, for example. And I wonder sometimes, you know, why there are so many great bands, rock and metal bands, and a lot of fans that wanna hear this kind of music.
Yeah, and I don't know. It could also be the lullabies. When you're a kid, your mother sings these sad lullabies to you in minor all the time. That's you know, Swedish tradition and Finnish
Okay.
too. You know, so you get that's like gives you comfort when you're a kid to hear this sad music, and maybe that that transfers into metal. That's suddenly you feel, you hear this dark and aggressive music, and you feel comfortable, or and you feel like it's a lullaby almost.
Yeah,
Maybe that's
maybe
that's
that's
some
the reason.
maybe that's the reason.
Probably one of the
Someone has
reasons.
to do some theory on this, some research.
Yeah, some, write some book or
Yes.
something. That's a really interesting subject. Uh, okay, so please tell me, what is the best way right now to build and to expand the rock metal band these days? Is it still just about playing shows, playing tours, playing concerts, or maybe there's something else that is really important in building career of a rock band?
Do you mean like what kind of advice would I give to a new band
Yeah,
that,
maybe.
or uh, I think, or like, I don't know. If you play that kind of music that we do, then obviously you have to be a good live band. You can't compromise with that. You have to be really fucking good live.
Yeah.
It's it's not it's not just about going into your computer and make, like, build something and quantize everything and it sounds perfect, and then it's, it's you have to do the hard work and master your instrument and really know what you do if you want to become something in metal, I'd say. But so live, you can't compromise with the live performance, and then again, you still have to be making great albums and productions. I can't say, but other than that, I'm just a musician. I'm not this kind of person that knows other stuff.
Okay.
That's for labels and
Yeah.
promotion people. How you market yourself, or all that stuff. That's not for me.
Sure, but obviously the live performance is really important. And to be honest, rock and metal music doesn't exist without the concerts. It's all about,
No.
releasing an album and play the tour. People are, waiting for it always, and you just have to play a lot of the great concerts because it's all about, real emotions. It's about energy, and especially these days when there's a lot of bands, you also have to deliver something special.
Exactly. And you can't just put everything in a backing track. You have to play it because people will see through that. They want to feel the magic of the concert that is happening now here. That's it's going to be more and more of that in the future, I think. So yeah, there's no shortcuts there.
Great. You guys are coming to Poland on 26th of August to play your Atlantis set on InnoRock Festival in Inowrocław.
Yeah.
And then, not even a month after that, you're coming back. You're coming to Warsaw, to Progressia, I think, to promote your new record, Memorial, which will be out then before the tour on the 1st September. And what can your fans from Poland expect about these upcoming shows?
Well, I would say the Atlantis show is really special. It's like, you know, I don't think people realize it, you know, that it's, you know, we actually bring a string quartet to the show, and we bring backing vocals. I mean, singers that come in, and we make a totally different show. And no one knows how many of these shows we're gonna do. It's a limited amount of shows, so it's something that is very special and very, you know, that might not happen so many times. Yeah. So, you know, if you are not so far from Inowrocław, I think that's what we call it, Inowrocław, then you should try to get there to that festival, because it's a bit special. It's also that one of the first festivals we ever played in as Soen, you know, when we were a total newcomer band. Okay. So it's we are very grateful for that festival, for inviting us as when we were a newcomer, small band without any history.
Great.
Yeah. So that's going to be very nice to be back there. And then when we come to Warsaw, then we're bringing on the whole album, you know. Then we're coming with the Memorial guns, if you know, like the whole album and the songs from this album. So that's going to be something that we have been waiting for a long time to show, because this album has been done for a while now, and we're just dying to go out and play it, you know.
All right. How many songs from the album you're going to play?
That's a surprise, but, you know, many enough.
Okay, more than a half of it, or?
Well, we'll see. A couple.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for this great conversation, Joel, and, you know, all the best for you, the upcoming tour, the album release. All the best. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, and see you soon. All right.
See you in Poland. Bye-bye.
Bye.